Good morning. How are you this morning? And Monday, we're into the next week, and I have got so many thoughts buzzing around my brain today, and I don't know where to start. I'm not sure I can pull them all together into one cohesive message. But what I'll do is I'll share as best I can, and we'll see where we go, shall we? It's cold. It's cold. I don't. Perhaps it's just the cellar, but anyway, I'm all kind of snuggled up and hoping to keep the heating off for a little bit longer. I've been watching the news over the last couple of weeks, as I know you have, and there's lots going on for so many people, and it's hard to find the good news, isn't it? I know I've done a Just 5 Minutes in the past about how when all's looking doom and gloom, or when there's some catastrophe, it's really important to look for the helpers, because they will always be there, and it's the helpers where we need to focus our energy and our sight and our hope. And I think the same is true when things are just kind of bubbling along and not feeling great, and every time we turn around there's another blip or glitch. And I think it's really interesting that some of the stuff going on in the news at the moment 10 years ago would have been unforgivable errors on the part of all sorts of organisations, and now we just seem to think, oh, and another one, and we move on. I don't know what that's about, whether we've lost our integrity in the way that we think our public organisations should be working, or whether we're more realistic about the frailty of humanity. There's a big conversation there, isn't there, for a Monday morning? What I do know is that for most of us, the big stuff is really hard to make any kind of difference to. Our impact on the larger picture can sometimes feel ineffective and not even worth the effort. And I think that's probably the wrong way for us to be looking at it all. And I'm trying to offer you a little bit of encouragement this morning about what we can do about the world at large. So it all comes back to that phrase about how to eat an elephant. And I'm sure you've heard that, but somebody very wise once asked what's the best way to eat an elephant, and the response is one bite at a time. And I think that's the best we can do in terms of hope and integrity and good community and sharing the love of God. We can only do it one bite at a time, and that means us. And we can see the bigger organisations involved around church and faith and expect them to be doing big stuff. But they can only do it if we are right beside them and right amongst them, offering what we have to offer. And that might be a prayer. It might be that we smile at a stranger. It might be that we go to a different service and give that a try. I don't know what it is, but what I do know is that every tiny little thing that we do to try and make a positive difference in the life of others is seen by God and valued by Him and encouraged by Him. And I'm also very aware that when one person does something small and that makes a difference, it encourages someone else to do the same. And you then start to build up these webs of generosity and webs of community and love. And you know how that works. You don't need me to explain it. But this is your occasional check-in that we are all doing what we can do. And I'm not asking you to do anything big. I'm not suggesting that you do anything sacrificial even. I just wonder whether we could all remember to have another 1% of kindness, or offer 1% more generosity or time to a situation that we're already involved in. Because if we all did that teeny tiny little bit of loving someone a little bit better, that'd be a whole lot of love, wouldn't it? All this started because I was looking I mustn't lose my page. I was looking in this book, which has got some beautiful blessings in it. They're more like poems, really. And I came across this one, which was a blessing about... Well, it came from a passage in John, in the Gospel of John. He came as a witness to testify to the light. It's a little phrase of how John describes Christ. And this whole blessing is, blessed are you who bear the light. And I think that's what I'm trying to suggest. The nights are darker, there's a need for a little bit more light. It ties in wonderfully with the theme of All Saints and All Souls and remembering this sort of gentle season that we're in now. So let me read this blessing to you, and let's see if we can use it in the way that we go about our week. Blessed are you who bear the light in unbearable times, who testify to its endurance amid the unendurable, who bear witness to its persistence when everything seems in shadow and grief. Blessed are you in whom the light lives, in whom the brightness blazes, your heart a chapel, an altar where in the deepest night can be seen the fire that shines forth in you, in unaccountable faith, in stubborn hope, in love that illumines every broken thing it finds. There's something about those words make me want to shine more brightly, make me want to love a little better. And so I invite you to join me, and let's shine our lights as brightly as we can as the days get darker, making sure that nobody has to sit in the shadow and we are all in the light of Christ. Oh, did I do it? Did I pull it all together? I don't know. I'm going to go and have a cup of coffee now. Lots of love to you all, and God bless. Have a good day. Bye-bye.